commitment. I don't mean anything like that, but there's some sense of openness brings a lot of playfulness. You know, I was in a place in a country where usually it's quite pretty serious. People are quite serious, and so I was just making a little joke with them and about saying, okay, how we can be a little bit more playful here? Okay, so how are you going to be a little bit more playful? Of course, first thing is quite clear. It seems like you kind of have to go inside yourself, wherever this seriousness is struck. You know, you have to go that place inside and kind of loosen up that little bit and feel some sense of confidence. I think confidence is clearly a key to be playful. So if you're confident, then you can be a little bit more playful. If you're playful, you can have humor, and then you can have a curiosity in a good way. But if whatever you're curious about, if that doesn't shows up, you're very curious about not showing up, rather than you're feeling pain about it's not showing up, because you're open to every direction. So yes, I don't think it. Basically, that openness doesn't prevent anything. Openness makes life richer, not poorer. Openness is the source of knowledge more than the knowledge that we conceptually we know. You know, I heard there was a study in Netherlands about these executive people who are making decisions about big decisions, what we think is big decision in a big company decisions, and so the research was based on, did they make a better decision when they thought a lot, or did a better decision where they didn't think much? The conclusion was they did a much better decision where they didn't think much. So of course, people who think a lot, they believe we have to think. We have to think to not to think. But some sense of these practices called like a, how you say, a direct path. Direct path means you don't have to think about it. You can just be aware of it. Yeah. Any other? Probably any?
We have a group of people in Brazil who met with before, and they're asking, please, what do you mean by essence of sky?
So we have the group of people from Brazil. So I'm asking what I mean by essence of sky. Okay. First, when I say essence, basically the sense of meaning of essence is the truth of the sky, the truth of the phenomena, the truth of the mind. So in some sense, essence of sky, I mean the truth of the sky. So what is the truth of the sky? Is that boundlessness is the truth of the sky. When I'm gazing the sky, when I'm aware, when I'm gazing the sky, and when I'm aware of that boundlessness, because sky is kind of boundless, right? So when I'm aware of that, it's some deep sense, psychologically, it does something to me inside. I feel that boundlessness. But I have to be aware at that moment when I'm looking at this, gazing the sky, I have to be aware of that. That's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm seeing, that's what I'm experiencing, that's what I'm aware of. But very often people will not be aware of. I give one example. Exactly, we were doing a sky gazing practice in New Mexico one time, and so everybody was having this wonderful experience, feeling that this vast sky. And there was one guy was like, I can see him. He's getting really agitated about it. He's looking around and he's looking at the right and looking at the left, and everybody seems like they're having a great time, and he's looking, why they're having a great time, looking at the empty sky, you know. And then in the end he said, what am I supposed to see? Well, he's not seeing the essence of the sky. He's not seeing the boundlessness of the sky. He is expecting some stuff to show up right in front of his eye, what he would desire. You know, so that's what I mean. I saw a cartoon in New York Times one time. There was this guy with the Wall Street, probably supposed to be a Wall Street person, and goes in Tibet in a mountain with all the hiking shoes and all those things, and then getting up in the mountain, on top of the mountain, he sees a clear vision of himself, not with the hiking shoes. He sees with the suit and tie and the briefcase, pure vision, So you can sometimes you go nowhere you go. Where you go, you might only see your impure visions. You're not even able to see what you're seeing. You only wanted to see what you wanted to see. Yeah.
This is sort of related. Susan Hudden Kelly is in Vietnam right now, and she's watching the broadcast. She says, Ricochet, here in Vietnam, I'm more alone than I was even in the dark retreat. Everything truly appears to be illusion. But how can I keep myself connected when there are so few supports? I'm not sure exactly how that relates, but it seems like she's in a place where she's lacking support. She's gone far away. There's much openness.
Sure. Well, the opportunity for you to be completely open to that lonely person in you, so that basically means what we were saying earlier when we said it really hurts me, I really feel lonely, and probably that sense of loneliness, everybody feels it, but sometimes you have to go so far away to feel it really strong. So when you feel it really strong, you have truly opportunity to know that, and to know that will be to be fully open to that, and when you're fully open to that, it will go away. And when it go away means basically the voice who's saying I'm lonely, the energy is bringing sense of loneliness, and the one who's thinking I'm far away, I'm thinking one who's thinking I need to maybe move away. Whatever, all those voices and thoughts and the way you relate to yourself, all those is somehow it's like a clouds. If you let them go away, if the way you let them go away, and just being fully aware and connect to that. So it's like a loving mother sending this kind of radiating this love to this napping child. You radiate the love and attention with your open awareness to that lonely experience in yourself, and that awareness, when you're open to that, it will help, because it will dissolve, and when it dissolves, then you come to that place, you don't feel that loneliness. So you need to become more familiar with that place where you don't feel familiar. So the question is how you get that place where you can feel it's okay. So that's what what I was saying earlier, that pain body, the principle is the same. And we all, like right now, the internet and all those things, you're not lonely, Everybody's together. Yes.
Thank you, Rinpoche. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Could you comment on the role of medical diagnosis, allopathic medicine, medical diagnosis, when one experiences certain aches and pains? Does seeking that kind of diagnostic acumen from a Western medical practitioner, is that a way of surrendering your own? Is it a way of kind of staying attached to the story of the pain rather than being with it and allowing it to disappear?
Yeah. Well, I think clearly, like in the West, like all the doctors, trained to tell some sense of truth, right? And so whatever their people say, okay, you have only 5 months to live or something like that. So if somebody has a 5 month to live, do they really need to know that? How important is doctor to tell you have a 5 month to live? From my point of view, I don't think it's that important. If you have some suggestion about what you can do to do something,